Morning again. Good morning. Hopefully, everyone's having an awesome week so far, and I'm pretty confident to say, we picked up on some hobbies over or had time to pursue old ones that we enjoy to do. Right, a big boom in sales over the past few years, at least, has been camping and gardening. Can you believe it? Just a little while ago, it was pretty it was a hobby where my wife and I would start taking up gardening and so forth. But really the last couple of years, gardening and especially camping as well has been booming, and it's still continually growing. Hi, good morning, Dave. Good, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Hope you're having a great week so far. Yeah, big boom over the past year has been definitely camping and gardening, and this makes a lot of sense, right? Because we've all stayed closer to home. We didn't travel too far or did any long distance traveling. We stayed a little bit more local, and we had friends sharing how they started a small garden as a little test, but it got bigger and it got bigger and it got bigger, and it was just like us. It was just like us, where we just kind of start playing around, see if we can actually keep anything alive, and then continue from there. And so if you're an avid gardener, you know what it's like, right? If you talked to me 10 years ago, I I wouldn't know. I would not do anything really other than mow the lawn and trim some overgrown bushes. Right, today, my wife and I, we're not professionals. We're not like professional gardeners, but we're knee deep in vegetables. We're knee deep in we started to try different flowers, herbs around the backyard, and we're literally running out of space, but we're not running out of ideas and future plans that we want to try to implement and grow and see if they're going to turn out. Thanks, Nancy, for tuning in. Yeah, so we've been learning from a lot of online gardening groups, just reading up on the internet, and just trying to just educate ourselves, like educate, like what how do we have the best chance of growing seeds, plant them in the ground, and get the most bounty that we can before the season ends. And it's a journey, right? It's a journey that never ends. We're continually learning new things, literally every season, every year. At the same time, we're passing along what's worked for us to our friends as well, right? So people come to us and say, How did you this grow? How did you start this?" And so passing that as well. So, what I want to share with you is, you can't teach more than you, right? You can't teach more than you. And what that means is that you can never teach someone um, more than that furthest point that you've ever reached in whatever you're doing. And so if you learned how to run a 50-mile race, you can't tell someone how to finish a 100-mile race. And if you never had children, you can't possibly guide someone as good as someone who's had children and can use parenting tips through the ups and downs, right? They can share that as well. The to extreme is, if you're not a billionaire, if you've never made $1 billion, you can't tell someone how to do it. And you can still help and support them, right, on their personal quest. But again, you need to continually grow from wherever point you are to get better at whatever interests you or whatever you want to pursue. So going back to the analogy of running, right? I love running, right? Trying to get better and better at it, but it's a progress as well, right? There's a program out there. I don't know if you've all heard of it, but it's called C25K. C25K. It's a beginning. It's like the beginner of a beginner guide to going from the acronym C25K. I think it's called acronym. It's couch to 5 kilometers. C25K is actually means couch to 5 kilometers. So it's a very detailed plan for someone who has never ran before, no matter what shape, what size, what weight, whatever you may be, whatever endurance level that you're coming from. It's going to help someone start from 0 to 5 kilometers and finish at a reasonable time. And so it gives them this plan, right? And so if you've never ran before, you can't teach someone how to get to that distance. So you learn, right? You learn yourself, you train. Maybe you go through this coach to 5K program. You change your diet, you implement some consistency, and then you'll have a really, really good chance, right? And once you completed that, your next goal could be 15Ks, maybe half a marathon, right? So after that, then you'll probably have to pick up a trainer yourself. You're gonna have to run with running clubs to help you kind of motivate you and share some tips that they learned as they got to those distances and further beyond. So after you've succeeded there, only then can you advise someone else to how to get to 15 kilometers, right? So it kind of makes sense. And this really applies to almost everything that's in our life, right? We got to be competent. We have to reach a competent level in something before we're able to have others follow you, right? It doesn't make sense, if you're following someone that isn't they haven't reached to where they're going to go, you're going to be fumbling as well. So the moral is that we all need to advance to the next level, right? We must climb to the next higher mountain. We got to take that next harder exam. We want to strive to a higher position in a company if that's what you want. We want to strive to be a better parent, right? A better spouse, because through that, others can look to you for that same guidance, right? So what is that one area? What maybe just pick one area that you'd like to reach to the next level and really go for it, right? So not only are you going to benefit, but you could be that hope that someone else is following in your footsteps as well. So thanks again for tuning in to these motivation mornings. I hope that you enjoy them. And again, tap that heart if you like these, and love to hear what barrier you overcame, and then you taught someone else to overcome it as well and reach to their higher goal. And you can watch any of these replays on Facebook, on Instagram, and again, I recently switched over to also broadcasting these on YouTube, so you can catch any of these here, there as well. So again, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you're going to have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. And don't forget to be better, be bigger, and be that change that people are looking for. So take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.